Alright, let's unbox my favorite tripod, the SLIK Pro 700DX. Now, this is my favorite tripod when it comes to photo and video. It is a heavy tripod, but that's probably for the best. I would say when you're doing, let's say like a long exposure, or if you're doing an interview, which I love using this tripod for, find that the weight is a benefit in scenarios where you don't necessarily want the wind to affect your image, or if somebody bumps into it, it's not just gonna fall right over. So very, very sturdy tripod. And as you can see, this head here is definitely not a fluid head. This is, again, a photography tripod, which this head actually allows you to manipulate and micro adjust a lot easier than if you were using a typical fluid head for a tripod. Now here are these little arms. I believe one is longer than the other, but I do like that they do kind of come apart, so you don't just have these two arms sticking out all the time. The shorter one goes on the bottom here, and once you screw it in, it gets to a certain point where you can tighten, and then it kind of locks it in position. So you want to have it tight, but not too tight. I like that it has some bubble levels, not that you necessarily need it. Most cameras will have that internally. And then of course the plate up top, which is a circle, so it's a little bit different probably than tripods that most people are familiar with. There's a point to tighten here, and also here. And every now and then, if let's say you want to change out the kind of head you're using on this tripod, that's where you would do that. Again, it has this telescoping pole, which as you can see here, this is just an extension. It's at least 1.5 to 2 feet long. And what I like is that you can unscrew this bottom portion here, unscrew these, and flip it completely upside down if you wanted. Also lock this, that way it's not gonna fall down. So if you wanted to, you could mount the camera extremely low to the ground, for instance, or if you extend these legs, you could mount the camera in a position where you could be overhead looking directly down. Not something that I would probably do, but I have done. Interesting. So flip this back around. Very nice. So let's say you were kind of dialed in with your interview setup. Somebody comes in that's maybe a few inches taller or shorter. You can just easily unscrew this, drop it down a little bit, and you're perfectly good to go. As opposed to if you had a video tripod, let's say, and you would have to break every single leg and then try to get this level. In this scenario, you have your legs in a relative ballpark, and then you could do micro adjustments with your height and also tilting the camera as well. This is the best tripod. Definitely pick one up for photo or video.